I received my undergraduate degree in English literature from the United States Naval Academy, an institution defined by tradition, honor, and rigorous academic standards, typically prioritizing STEM education for all of its graduates, despite my desire to sneak poetry in the back of my thermodynamics courses. In the last few weeks, the United States Naval Academy, in cowardly adherence to dangerous orders, banned and removed nearly 400 books from Nimitz library. I grew up in a pretty conservative environment that didn't stifle my curiosity for new ideas, but also didn't naturally provide me with the same diverse exposure that I received at the Naval Academy. At the Academy, I learned from my Black roommate how race impacted her experiences. I gained friendships with queer midshipmen who navigated a newly tolerant Navy following the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And I existed every day as a woman in an environment where, whether from uniform changes to small comments from fellow midshipmen, made clear that the space was not inherently designed for me to be in, but was open to being transformed to support my development as a leader, only 30 years removed from the first female graduating class. In my English classes, I did read studies on gender, race, sexuality in class. I even went so far as to design an entire independent study so I could go deeper with authors like Butler, de Beauvoir, Sedgwick, and Anderson. I read de Tocqueville on the founding principles of freedom and democracy in America. I read Eldridge Cleaver's experience as a Black man imprisoned during the Civil Rights Movement in Soul on Ice. And I even read histories on the man the library itself was named after. But reading these books did not radicalize me, nor did it birth anti-American sentiment in me. They made me a better leader. Exposing myself to these stories and ideas was one small step in allowing me to understand my sailors, who came from all around the country. It expanded my empathy. It provided me with the tools and knowledge I would need to foster a positive command environment for the men and women that worked for and around me. When I was first confronted with some of the ideas in these books, I didn't innately agree with them all. But my leadership trusted both me and the institution to grapple with new ideas, surely the least of the Navy's future challenges for me. Because if I couldn't handle a book, why would I be trusted to handle a jet in combat later in my career? Superintendent Vice Admiral Davis, ma'am, you stood before my class last fall in Alumni Hall during our 10-year reunion, applauding our class motto, Ubi Concordia ibi Victoria est, or where there is unity, there is victory, for holding fast to the morals of our alma mater. In what way does banning books on race, gender, sexuality, or diverse leadership promote those morals of unity? And Pete Hegseth, do you want to develop weak leaders who aren't even resilient to ideas? What are you afraid of? Leaders like me? Here's a list of books for those who aren't scared to read.